Welcome back. In this part, we're off to Rowra in Cumbria for the Honda Cadet Championship race, and Michelle Orp is on hand with a couple of the championship contenders.
Welcome to Rowra in Cumbria for the Janetta Super 1 Honda Cadet Championships. I'm here with the current championship leader Ben Thompson and Steve Prentice. Stephen, now you won the British Open Championships last week. You started off in 24th to win it. How did you do it?
Well, I don't really know, to be honest. I can't really remember anything about the race. Just got through them all and just won it.
I think what you wanted to say was pure skill. Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, you must be feeling pretty confident this weekend after that win.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Now, who's going to be your biggest competitor, bearing in mind Ben standing next to you?
Ben and Jack Young.
How confident are you that you can take the championship from Ben?
Well, I'm pretty confident, but there's a long way to go, so.
Now, Ben, that's pretty fighting talk there from Stephen. What do you think of that?
I think it's going to be like a long championship and it's going to be hard to win, but I think I can hold off Stephen and the other competitors to win at the end of the year.
Now, bearing in mind you're already the championship leader, do you think that's going to help you this weekend do well?
I think it puts a bit more pressure on you to do well because you just want to maintain the lead, but I think I can still come through and win the race. So.
Well, you're both absolutely fantastic drivers. I can't wait to see you compete against each other. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.
We'll just have a look at the early part of this race. Lots of incidents as they came through turn one. You'll see the C plate gets on the back of 53 Jordan Brown-Nutley there, going across the curb. The impede Gordon Much, the 54 car, down to the hairpin. 14 Ronan Hurst and 29 Alex Quinn get together. Quinn spins into the path of Darshan Pindoria. 52 Morgan Porter makes a nice cut across the grass, missing the hairpin, makes it up about 12 places. Graham Methven, 77, 14 Ronan Hurst. The C plate Witeska again involved in the incident in the hairpin. 88 miles absent, 46 James Hillary involved. 14 Ronan Hurst had damage to his front wheel, so did not get going again. You can just see him in the background there, his cart being pulled away by Paul Janes. The leader early on was the 71 cart of Luke Wooder, closely pursued by 62 Jack Young. Let's have another look at that incident, the replay right from the start. You see the C plate there, that's Max Witeska, the early championship leader, onto the back of Jordan Brown-Nutley. They impede 54 Gordon Much, but they all keep going, and then coming down to the hairpin, you'll see the 29 cart right in the middle of the picture there, gets into the back of the 14 cart of Ronan Hurst, spins the 29 cart round. Alex Quinn spins right into Darshan Pindoria. That impedes Morgan Porter 52 and 95 Ethan Andrews. They both cut the corner. I like that, take advantage of the carnage, why not? And then you can see 77 Graham Methven, 14 Hurst doesn't get going again. C plates Witeska, 46 is James Hillary, and Miles Apps 88 all involved in that corner. Most of them get going. You may have noticed the damage to the right front of Ronan Hurst cart. Now, a few laps later, this was the lead group. You've got 62 Jack Young here, 60 McCarthy, 71 the leader. Luke Young gets spun out and into the barrier, and as Paul Janes runs over from Ambition Motorsport to just check on the driver, he will signal the marshals to bring out, first it was a Battenberg and then a red flag. Here's the replay. Come through the hairpin, Luke Wooder's leading. McCarthy tries the switchback coming up the inside, but Luke Wooder comes over to defend that, comes over to the right hand side of the track, getting pushed through here by Jack Young. Young looks at McCarthy, moves to the inside line, so he defends from McCarthy, and as he does that, Luke Wooder pretty much does the same, looks down the inside, moves across the front of Jack Young's cart, and as a consequence gets lifted up on the right rear and spun out. That was the end of Luke Wooder's day. After the restart, it was pretty much as you were. We're on board here with the leader, Jack Young, 62 cart. Looking back here at the 6 cart of Jack McCarthy. Earlier results on your screen now. Heat 1, it was Luke Wooder from Jack Young, Stephen Prentice, with Carl Patricka putting in the fastest lap at 54.03. Heat 2, Jack Young, 62 from Stephen Prentice. And the 6 cart of Jack McCarthy, 79 Max Witeska with the fastest lap. It's actually the C plate now. Witeska not carrying 79, having won the World Championships recently. The earlier final, Jack Young from Ben Thompson and Luke Wooder, with Wooder having the fastest lap of 55.30, but of course he's already spun out from the lead, and is taking no further part in this race. These are the lead group. It's pretty much as you were, apart from the 71 cart of Wooder. 9 cart of Ben Thompson makes his way past McCarthy, and Prentice goes with him, drops Jack McCarthy back to 4th spot. About 25 cart lengths from the leading group back to the 13 cart of Felix Meek, who's ploughing a lonely furrow. That's the chasing group behind Meek. They're about 20 cart lengths back of Meek, and they're headed by the 53 cart of Jordan Brown Nutley. We're on board here with the leader. It is still Jack Young, looking back at the 9 cart of Thompson. McCarthy's back into what looks like 3rd place. He is. Prentice there on the O plate. Won the British Open, as we heard earlier in his interview last weekend, from 24th on the grid. Not quite having it all the same way this week. Carl Petricka, the 7 cart there, started on the front row last weekend, but spun it out all his own work down at the first hairpin on the first lap, so it was disappointing. It was a disappointing day for Kyle, but having a better run today there in 5th place in that group. Felix Meek was the chasing driver, but no more. He's been swallowed up. There is the 13 cart. There he is, 13, going backwards now. Loses another place, very scruffy over the curbs. 86, Piers Luxford. Piers started in the 2nd row today. Unfortunately, it's been all downhill from there. Piers Luxford has already been guaranteed a test drive in a junior Ginetta car when he gets to 14 by Trevor Griffiths of the TJ Motorsport team. So we see Sandy Mitchell making up a place in Iredales. A few other karts take advantage through Iredales as well, making up places. Back on board with the leader as they come down towards the business end. It's still Young from Thompson, McCarthy. Prentice is the O plate. 7 is Petricka. The front 3 spots are going to be decided by these 5 drivers, I think. Here comes the chasing group. It's Jordan Brown Nutley, who is deposed by the 54 cart of Gordon Much, one of the youngest drivers in the field. 55 going through the picture was Uzair Master. Master was 3rd in last week's British Open Championship race. He's not going to be on the podium today. Back with the leader. It is Jack Young, the 62 cart, the young man from Northern Ireland, who still leads it. It's been a long trip from Northern Ireland. It will be very worthwhile if he takes the win here today, though. I did tip him as one to watch earlier in the season. He's not been one to watch for all the right reasons, one might say, but he's certainly very quick and tough to beat. Tough little driver, no doubt. Thompson there in 2nd place. And he may be thinking about championship points here. Ben Thompson is the championship leader. He's got Jack McCarthy behind him. He's seen Luke Wooder spin off. He will be one of the contenders for the championship. So he may be thinking about championship points as we see the 53, 54 and 55 carts go through the picture through the final turn. McCarthy on the 6 carts put in the fastest lap, 54, 51 through McRae's hairpin. One more time, just around about 1.5 laps remaining now as they come through Iredales. The 9 cart of Ben Thompson just runs into the back of Young, no damage done. Here comes the chasing group, should be the 53 cart of Jordan Brown Nutley. It is, followed by 55 and 54. Well, they're out of sequence. 54 should be in front of 55. There you go. 53, 54, 55. That's the way we like it. Nice and simple. Down to Sunny Bend. Stephen Prentice down the inside and has backed into Jack McCarthy and taken him off through the right-hander at St John's. Just over a lap remaining. Here comes Prentice, the O-plate. He overcooks it and spins out and takes out Jack McCarthy, backs into McCarthy. That's allowed Petricka through for the final podium spot. We're well into the last lap this time, and that's pretty much how it's going to finish, I think. Looks like Jack Young's got this one. Looking at Thompson, I don't think Thompson's going to bother for the move. He's happy with the championship points for 2nd, I'm sure. It is Young that takes it from Northern Ireland. Thompson and Petricka in 3rd. The 6 cart of Jack McCarthy has still held on for 4th place, and Prentice still held on to 5th, amazingly. This is the official result, but I can tell you this is provisional. There will be a judicial inquiry into that race at the next round. So this is only a provisional result at this stage.
Carl, your first time on the podium in Super 1. You must be really pleased with 3rd.
Yeah, I am. It's probably best feeling ever.
And how tough was that race?
Very tough, just with the red flag and that, and just had to do single fire start.
At what point did you think you were going to make it onto the podium?
When Prentice and Jack McCarthy spun on the corner over there.
Everyone wants to win the race, but I thought about in front of us, like the championship ahead, so hopefully it'll work out for us.
Well, excellent forward thinking there, and well done.
Thank you.
Jack, congratulations, you won. How does it feel?
Fantastic. I've been working hard all year, and I'd like to thank Notts Corner, and because that's my favourite track. And I went down the second and then came up and won it.
Now, when did you know you were going to win that race?
Halfway through it when I stayed in the lead.
We'll be back at Shennington after the break for Super Cadet, and the Prima Racing team will be looking for another win.